Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're covering 5 mindset strategies for success in both life and work. And we're focusing specifically on those strategies that'll help increase stress resilience and improve your leadership skills. Because although your mindset isn't the only thing you need to succeed in life, it's impossible to truly succeed without the right mentality. And the good news is that it's within your control. By using simple, proven mindset strategies, you can rewire your mind to learn from setbacks so that you can leverage what you learned, be resilient to stress, and achieve more, working less, smarter. Why mindset strategies for success? What does being successful mean to you? I'm sure at least a portion of your definition includes money, achievements, and material possessions. And it likely includes how others perceive you as a high achiever. It's normal to want to earn the respect of your peers and colleagues, but where do you fit into the equation? Being successful on paper isn't enough. Real success and prosperity includes feeling content in who you are and how you're making decisions. And that means that it begins with mindset mastery. Understanding your mindset. Despite the fact that mindset has become a buzzword, I find that most people don't have a good understanding of what it means or why it's so important. Your mindset is the mental attitude with which you approach something. It's a collection of your thoughts, assumptions, and beliefs. The right mindset, what I call a success mindset, is what? Convinces you to start before you feel ready, motivates you to keep going even though you know you might fail, keeps you focused so that you don't get distracted or procrastinate, and empowers you to learn from and bounce back from setbacks instead of giving up discouraged. For more about why your mindset is so important to your success and happiness, read about Why Mindset is Everything, the Key to Success and Happiness. The importance of mindset. It's important to note that having the right mindset doesn't guarantee success. Contrary to the claims of many, you're not able to manifest success within your business or your personal life just because you have the right mindset. But your mindset does determine how you perceive the world, the people in it, and your role within the world, and how you perceive yourself and the world heavily influences your behavior, including your habits. That's obviously going to impact your results as well as your happiness. Even though having the right mindset doesn't guarantee success, having the wrong mindset is almost certain to lead to failure. It's easy to get distracted and discouraged when your mindset isn't right. This is why it's so important to learn the right mindset strategies for success and happiness. Types of mindsets. Now that we've established the importance of your mindset, let's talk about the different types of mindsets that you might have so that you can figure out what mindset strategies you want. Growth mindset versus fixed mindset. There are 2 basic mindsets that are talked about a lot in the personal development world. 1, a growth mindset, and 2, a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is when you believe that your traits, talents, and intelligence levels aren't set but can be improved. Someone with a growth mindset will see problems as challenges to be solved while focusing on what can be learned. A fixed mindset is a belief that your talents and traits, and to some extent your intelligence, is fixed. You might believe that you could learn, but only to a point. Someone with a fixed mindset will try to prove themselves based on current knowledge and skills instead of focusing on developing their skills further. These 2 mindsets are opposites of one another, and it's important to note that most people have a mix of both. Other mindsets. I don't believe that there are only 2 types of mindsets out there. There are others, including fear mindset, a focus around what could go wrong and what others will think. Leader mindset, a willingness to make your own path and be independent. Service mindset, wanting to serve others and make a difference in the world. Follower mindset, preferring that others make decisions so that you can go with the flow. Like with growth and fixed mindsets, it's likely that you have a combination of some of these, and it will depend on the circumstances as to when they tend to come into play. How to know what your mindset is. It's not always easy to spot. When a negative mindset is taking over, that's because you think it's just the truth or being real. But it's not. It's just your inner critical voice telling you that an opinion is truth. So how will you know? Be on the lookout for hypercritical, fear-based, and self-limiting statements within your head. Here are some of the most common negative thoughts and how to turn them around. What is a success mindset? A success mindset is a combination of growth mindset, GA1, service mindset, GA1, leader mindset. Here's what a success mindset will help you to do. Be resilient to stress. Think calmly and creatively when under pressure. Learn from mistakes and failures. View problems as challenges to be solved. Act despite fears and doubts. Be decisive. A success mindset triggers strategic thinking, builds self-confidence, and empowers you to correct when things don't go as planned. It's what enables you to live your life to the fullest and not have regrets. 5 effective mindset strategies. For success, here are 5 powerful mindset strategies for success that will increase your ability to be both happy and successful in all areas of your life. Strategy number 1, be curious. Being curious is your first mindset strategy for success. Curiosity will open your mind to the many possibilities, focusing on what can be learned, not what you supposedly know to be right. You won't be attached to only one way of doing things, one answer to a problem, or one path to completion. That means that you'll be willing to get and accept help, and you'll be less likely to take setbacks personally. Instead of seeing new problems as barriers, you'll see them as challenges to be solved, excited to see what happens. Hence, you'll be more nimble when complications arise and circumstances change, and much less likely to get stuck in worry or discouraged. How to be more curious. To encourage curiosity, work to tame your inner critical voice and act despite fears. That voice is what often stops you from engaging your curiosity. Luckily, I've written an article, 5 effective tools to stop living in fear and worry, that will help you tame your inner critic, diminish your fears, and live alongside them. Additionally, it's important to remind yourself that you don't have to be the expert at everything and that you're not perfect. Perfectionism isn't attainable and will only create worry around not being good enough, stimulating a fixed, fear-based mindset. And to get your creative juices flowing, start asking questions. Just like the strategy number 2, learn from failure. Remember that a growth mindset embraces learning, and that includes learning from mistakes, setbacks, difficult circumstances, and failures. That means that you'll need to ask yourself often what you're learning, even when you failed. By doing this, you'll be able to better identify growth opportunities and will be less likely to see setbacks and mistakes as absolute failures. Please note, I'm not talking about being unnaturally positive or trying to find a silver lining when one doesn't exist. And I'm not saying that you should ignore mistakes, failures, and setbacks. Instead, you'll be learning from them so that you don't get stuck and can instead leverage them. They'll fuel future success. There's a lesson to be learned from everything, even mistakes, setbacks, and failures. Ones you used to ask as a child. Ask how, why, and why not. Strategy number 3, practice self-compassion. Conventional wisdom says to continually build your self-esteem so that you can be more confident. But guess what? Conventional wisdom is wrong about this. Building your self-esteem doesn't necessarily make you more confident, and focusing obsessively on self-esteem can increase narcissism. What matters is your self-compassion, which is why practicing self-compassion is your 3rd mindset strategy for success. Self-compassion is about acknowledging mistakes and then forgiving yourself for them. Practicing self-compassion will help you to let go and move on from mistakes so that you can learn and implement strategy number 2 above. Want an unexpected tip for how to be more self-compassionate? Say no more often. Here's the thing. Saying no isn't really about the no. It's an enforcement mechanism to uphold your boundaries, and boundaries are for the purpose of meeting your needs and upholding your priorities. When saying no to others, you're saying yes to yourself, an act of self-care and self-compassion. For help with saying no kindly, yet firmly, listen to my Life and Law podcast episode about how to draw boundaries. Strategy number 4, use positive self-talk. Your inner voice can be your best ally. Positive self-talk can motivate you in the face of a challenge and keep you focused. But it's not just about helping you do more, because positive self-talk will also boost your performance. The key is to use positive self-talk correctly, because being overly positive doesn't work, and saying something over and over that you don't really believe won't magically change your mind. Here's how to make positive self-talk work for you. Be real, no false silver linings or lies. Narrate a story as to why you believe it, citing evidence for it. Talk to yourself in the second person, you can do it, instead of I can do it, and talk out loud. Talking to yourself in the second person increases both your willingness to perform and your actual performance. And saying it out loud makes you more likely to retain information and learn, crazy as it may sound. So if you love to talk to yourself out loud like me, you're not crazy, you're smart. Strategy number 5, ask for help. It's easy to feel like you have to do it all when climbing the success ladder. You want to prove your worth, lead with confidence, and be the person others rely on. But the thing is, you're not supposed to do it all. And human beings aren't meant to go solo all the time. There's a reason that everyone has their own unique skills and strengths. That's why it's important to understand your strengths and weaknesses, delegate where you can, and get help where you're weak. Strong leaders aren't afraid to ask for or accept help. In fact, the best leaders understand the importance of collaboration and highlight the strengths of others for the benefit of the team. Moreover, success can feel lonely. Leadership has its benefits, but makes it difficult to find the support you need. That's why it's important to have mentors, trusted colleagues, and friends that you can turn to. It's time to implement your strategies for success. Today, you've learned that success includes being happy, why success is created from the inside out, how to cultivate a success mindset using 5 simple mindset strategies. Now it's time to incorporate these 5 mindset strategies for success into your life so that you can create the success and prosperity you want and be happily successful. Because otherwise, what's the point?